You are listening to the VCast.
We're back. Another episode of the VCast. I'm Vic Cedeno here with my boy Malcolm Jamal Warner. What is good?
What's good?
That's for all those Aaron Hernandez jokes.
Yeah, I had him coming.
Before we got started, he's like, how do you look like Aaron Hernandez and Drake at the same time? I'm like, light skin.
Light skin morphing.
Oh yeah, what's up, buddy? Cheers.
How do you make white people comfortable?
Whatever you drinking. It's a skill I've developed over years of training.
God, this is gonna make you so much money.
I hope so, bro, because funny you say that, because I have been scared of white people my whole life.
What?
You know that?
What?
Very interesting fact about me. I have been fearful of the Caucasian my entire upbringing.
We have to dig deeper.
It's one of my fears. It's one of my fears when I first started comedy, was doing a room in front of a lot of old white people. Because I'm like, there's no way they're going to relate to me. They're going to fucking hate me. They're going to call me spick like all the white people in my upbringing.
That's
like,
crazy.
I'm traumatized. White people have traumatized me with their racism.
Dude, you know what's crazy is my very first mic was in front of old white people.
Get the heck out of here.
Yeah.
How'd that go down?
It was actually pretty good.
Yeah?
Yeah. I remember my first joke, though. It was horrible.
Oh, shit.
It was horrible. It was horrible. It was like, yo, you ever smell someone's breath that was so bad, as soon as you smelled it, it make you shake your head no? How horrible. But the white people loved it. They was like, oh, my God, this monkey's hilarious.
Oh, shit. Bro, white people are so underrated. They don't even know how scared. Well, for me, I'm going to say for me, I don't know about anybody else, but they probably don't even know how scared. You know how like they say white people cross the street when they see you coming down the block?
Yeah.
And then when they do, I'm like, yes, thank God.
Yeah.
Thank God they cross the street. I don't want to have to make eye contact with them.
Oh, my God.
I noticed something today at work, too. I was like, because I work in Sea Caucus, and in Sea Caucus, it's right next to Jersey City. So there's a lot of people that are from Jersey City that work there. Mm-hmm. And there's also a lot of white people that work there. And it's so funny how the walking past each other in the halls is different. For white people, it's always like, or, you know, one of those acknowledgments. Mm-hmm. And then for the black and Spanish people, it's always, you're. Yeah. It's always some other shit. You make some noise. But it's always. Yeah. More like excited for me. I don't know anybody else, but I always get more excited if I see somebody I can relate to. I'm always like, you always
of course, they're the same way. You know what I mean? Like this is why you get it. It's
white people. It's like you give them like the begrudging.
It's the same way, but when they see one of them, hey, how's it going? Hey, Bob. Hey.
They start fucking clicking fingers on you and shit.
Yeah.
Oh my God,
dude. You know what's crazy? You know what's crazy, bro? Is like seeing you. I was like, oh my God, this man looks so happy. Like I haven't seen him in like probably like a year. It's been probably like a year since I've been like a year since I've been here.
Oh, since you've been at the last on the podcast, yeah.
Right?
No, I think maybe like 6 months.
Somewhere around that. Right?
Yeah.
But seeing you now, I'm like, this man is a happy motherfucker.
You're absolutely right, bro.
Yeah, yo, it is radiant, my friend.
2024 has been very good to me so far.
That is crazy.
Well, you know what? Bullshit. 2024 hasn't been good to me at all. I've been good to myself.
There you go.
That's what it is. I've been good to myself. I stopped smoking. I've stopped drinking. I've only been eating meat, like exclusively.
What?
No carbs, no sugar, no nothing. 58 days, I think it is. Yeah, 58 days. That's so far since the beginning of the year.
That's not expensive.
It could be a little bit expensive. No, you know what? I use Butcher Box, and I get like a whole case of meat delivered, and then I'm eating like a steak every day. But I'm only eating like once or twice a day.
Okay.
And then if I don't eat at home, I eat here a lot. So I eat like a burger patty or bacon cheeseburger with no bun. I just eat that shit with a knife and fork real quick. And it keeps me satisfied. Some shrimp, a little shrimpy on the side, or
I'm like, good for you, bro. Like it's like, you know what's crazy is like I seen Married Vic. Like if there was a spokesman for not getting married, it's Vic's life.
I didn't know I was that miserable.
Look at this man.
Oh my god, bro, that is so funny. But you know, it wasn't marriage. And this is like some realization that I just came to. I just talked about it. I did a solo podcast my last episode, and because I had to talk about this shit. I had this like breakthrough with my whole outlook on myself, and I realized something I knew, but I never really confronted, and it was just that I had a very low self-esteem, and I had a very low opinion of myself, which I masked with comedy and being, you know, sociable. Everybody thinks I'm a happy guy, but on the inside, I was really sad. But it was just like like I just felt like my dad died when I was 6 years old, right? So growing up, I always felt like I was less than everybody else. People had dads, people had, you know, their families, especially when I moved to white neighborhoods. And then I would go, like I would join sports and stuff, and I was the only kid that was by himself. Everybody had their mother and father with them. Like my mom worked all the time, so she wasn't leaving the house. Everybody got rides places. I never got rides. I walked everywhere or rode my bike everywhere. So I always felt inferior to everyone. That's where my fear of white people came from too, because I'm always in like this fucking inferior, they're gonna judge me. Look at this little fucking bastard spick.
I said we were gonna dig deeper.
You know what I mean? And I was like, I just kept reinforcing this idea that Tony Robbins talks about you back up the idea of what you put in your head. So if you have an idea in your head, you're always gonna look for evidence to support that idea. Right? He does this exercise with Theo Vaughn, and he's like, close your eyes, think of something, you know, brown in the room. Like look around the room and then close your eyes, and now think of how many brown things you saw. And now open your eyes, and like you're gonna look for stuff. He's like, you're gonna look at stuff that's tan and call it brown just to support, you know, make yourself right. So you do the same thing with ideas. So I had that idea in my head, and that's all the evidence I ever looked for. I never supported the idea that, hey, I had potential. Hey, I was talented. Like all my report cards in school were always potential, not living up to potential, you know, not trying and all that stuff. Because in my mind, I was like, what's the point of trying? I ain't shit anyway. So what's the big deal? You know, I'm going to die in my fucking 30s like my dad. So why do I even bother? So I never had any dreams as a kid. I never had ambitions. I never wanted to be anything. And like just recently, like, and that's only within a few weeks that I've like turned it around. I'm like, hey man, I deserve shit. You know what I mean? Like I wasn't going after opportunities. People would be offering me spots and I'd like shy away from opportunity. And it's like, no, man, I deserve things. I'm, you know, talent. Like now I'm in the mirror talking to myself like, yeah, you're somebody.
Oh shit.
But that's how I feel. I think that's what you see, because this is like a few weeks. Like I felt great, but it wasn't inside. And like now the inside is really fucking.
Dude, that's the hardest part.
What? To be a dime on the inside?
Man, the hardest part. Ooh. To look inside.
Yeah, bro. Self-awareness, reflection and shit. Yeah. And what made me come up with this, what made me think of it, it was because I was thinking about the last time. This year, the reason I wanted to stop smoking weed was because I wanted to level up, right? In my mind, when I was on parole, after I got sentenced to prison, that time that I was forced to stay sober, I leveled up my whole life. Before that, I was dependent on women to, you know, support me. I didn't have any aspirations, no jobs, nothing. I was good for nothing. Then afterwards, when I came out and the court forced me to get a job, forced me to go to therapy, forced me to do meetings, all that stuff like helped me build my self-esteem. So I was constantly depositing inside my self-esteem, and I built myself up, right, in those 5 years. And then the fucking day the 5 years ended, I was like, I'm fucking lit up. Time to make withdrawals, baby. I started withdrawing from that bank account and not depositing anything else. And then when the job went away, because I made a stupid decision to try to chase money instead of staying where I was stable with good benefits, 401k, appreciate. I was winning awards and shit. And then I left that to go chase after easy money, you know, in like sales. When that fell through and didn't work out, I was back to square one with no self-esteem. So I felt like I felt before. Jeez. And I just started smoking again, heavy, to cover up those feelings. And then my wife checked out because I was already checked out. So she checked out. My ex-wife checked out. She bounced. And there I was again, like all alone. And then I didn't think about that when I made the decision.
But like that's when you become great.
Yes.
It's like a choice.
For sure. Yeah, but you have to hit bottom.
OD.
You have to hit bottom
OD.
to
OD.
really feel like you
OD.
need to make some changes. And what's funny is that like my bottom, it didn't even feel like a bottom because I still had a good job, because I still worked and did things. Like I didn't feel, it didn't really appear to me like I was at a bottom, but I really was. And what else before, what had broken me out and what actually led me to comedy was that my goddaughter's father killed himself. And I never saw that coming. I never would have pictured. I mean, we weren't close where I was with him every day and know how depressed he was anyway. But every time I talked to him, he was like a happy person and he was responsible and shit like that. And I just it didn't dawn on me. But then when it happened, I was like, yo, that could be me. You know what I'm saying? Like, that could be me. Like, what am I doing with myself? And I was like, I've been writing jokes for a year and a half. Let's fucking do something, you know? Like, and I fucking ended up moving forward with it.
I wrote for like a year and a half, too.
Yeah, before I started doing anything, I was like, I'm not going to. These jokes are for me.
Yeah. You know what's crazy? I still went out there and bombed.
Yep. You know what my first joke was?
What?
My first joke was talking about how in North Jersey, everybody thinks you play football. Like, everybody's always asking me, did you play football? Like, football's such a big deal in Bergen County. Like, everybody thinks I played football, and I have to tell people, like, no, I didn't play any contact sports, because when I was a kid, I tried out for wrestling, and I thought it was going to be like pro wrestling. I thought I was going to be doing leg drops, big boots and shit. I didn't know that I was going to be in there with killers that could twist you up in like a pretzel and stuff. And they put me against this kid with one hand. They put me up with this kid who had no hand. He had like this stub knuckle on his wrist. It was just a little deformity on the thing. And I was like, damn, I can't beat this kid up because everybody's going to think I'm some sort of a bully. But I didn't know he was the captain of the fucking team. You know what I'm saying? So when the coach was like blowing the whistle, I'm like, if I beat this kid up, I'm going to look like a jerk. And then if he beats me up, you know, I'm thinking about this in my head. And then all of a sudden I just see the fucking ceiling. Like, I'm standing there looking at him, and all of a sudden I'm on my back, and this kid's digging that stub knuckle in my fucking ribs and shit. And I'm paralyzed underneath the weight of this fucking kid. And I was like, I'm never doing sports again. I'm like, Hulk Hogan is bullshit. That's when I knew wrestling was fake. I was like, this ain't fucking wrestling. These fucking bastards have me believing that the Ultimate Warrior was shaking the rope. I wanted to go in there and fucking start shaking ropes and shit.
That's hilarious.
I'm in the wrong gym, bro. This is not real.
Oh, that's hilarious.
Aren't you supposed to tell the ref what you're gonna do, and he'll tell me? You know, like, it was terrible, bro. But I think that is like the biggest change is that inner glow.
Yeah.
It's even got my hair shiny and shit. Like.
That's grease, my friend.
That's adobo.
Oh man, I'm glad to see you, brother.
Hell yeah, bro. It's been a fucking wild start to the year already, bro, with all this speaking of wrestling, I'm gonna give my fucking pro wrestling brother. What a fucking wild start to the year with this whole WWE wrestling drama.
Yeah,
Vince
man.
McMahon.
Oh my God. Yo, the wildest thing is like this dude, there's nothing off limits. Like, whenever you hear a story about Vince McMahon, right, you're always like, I can see that shit. Like, it doesn't matter how nasty and how vile the story is. You're like,
yeah. Look at his fucking promotion. Look at the shit he was doing on TV for years. Remember the Vince McMahon Kiss My Ass Club?
Yeah.
And he just had everybody kissing his ass, like his bare ass on top of it.
yeah.
Yo, it wasn't even like CGI ass. It was his just bare cheeks.
The power trip. Kiss my ass.
Kiss my ass.
On live television.
He was sexually harassing girls as part of a storyline.
Yeah.
Like, maybe, you want a title shot?
But yo, offering chicks to Brock Lesnar, like,
bro, it got so dark where I am like morally torn. I'm like, do I keep watching wrestling knowing that all these people supported this shit? Like, they just let it go by. They were just handing women off to people. Yeah. They were handing women off to Brock Lesnar like snacks.
You know,
like they're opening his fucking locker room door, shoving a girl in there and closing the door. You know what I mean? Like, you just hear fucking savagery on the other side of the door. That's, bro, what happened to that girl, Ashley?
Yeah.
All right. So people that may not be tuned into the wrestling world, I'll school you on it. There was a wrestling girl named Ashley. Oh man, I can't remember her name off the top of my head. Her name's Ashley. Just Google Ashley WWE. It'll come up. And
right away.
She was beautiful. And I say was because she killed herself, which is what is like the tragic part of this whole story. And she was gorgeous, had such a good style. I love the style of like the hat she used to wear, the gloves, her little outfits and stuff. She was blonde, beautiful, just everything going for her. She was athletic.
Yeah.
And she got caught up. And I guess there was like some sort of, they were in Dubai or Arab Emirates. I don't know. They were somewhere overseas, and because they used to do these tours. I think they still do them. The tribute to the troops. Yeah. Right. The tribute for the troops, where they go overseas and they perform at army bases, like in fucking Iraq and Afghanistan. They went all over, and they would perform at these bases. And they were performing somewhere in the Middle East, and at the hotel, apparently, like she got drugged. And she got passed off to Brock Lesnar allegedly, and
allegedly
got to slip that in there because no names. I haven't said any names, but they were like, "This is." It was he's a former WWE and UFC champion. Like if you name that, there's nobody else. There's no one else in the WWE.
No.
Ken Shamrock is long gone.
Yeah,
like, nobody else in the WWE
with that on their resume.
Yeah, are you kidding me? They wiped him off of all of WWE. They've scrubbed this Hall of Famer.
Chris Benoit him.
Yo, they Chris Benoit him.
Yeah.
They erased him. They erased him and Vince McMahon off of the website. They have taken them down. They have officially been canceled. They're persona non grata in the WWE. You can't talk about them or nothing. But well, you know what really sucks as a side note? Doesn't it suck that he ended the streak now? Now it sucks. It really sucks that he ended Undertaker's undefeated streak at WrestleMania. WrestleMania, he was 21-0 at WrestleMania.
I didn't even think about
Undertaker, a loss to Brock Lesnar. Because at the time, it seemed like the right thing to do. I mean, you were feeding that guy everything. You were feeding him all of the divas. You might as well have fed them the freaking undefeated streak, too. Wow. You know what I'm saying?
You know what's crazy? He ended up marrying Sable.
Yeah, he married Sable. But did he must have already been married to her.
Of course.
She's a hostage, bro. You're not leaving Brock Lesnar.
No,
you know where he lives? In the middle of nowhere. You want to leave him? You're going to need an evac. You're going to need the Coast Guard to come in and get you out of there because that dude is not leaving. That dude is a fucking human gorilla.
Yeah.
If there's a person on the planet that is the closest thing to a freaking gorilla strength and appearance, it is that man. And I would be terrified in front of him, as most people already are.
I'm terrified of his daughter.
Oh my God.
Have you seen her?
Good luck trying to rape that girl. Oh my God.
Are you serious? She's probably raped some men already.
Oh my, yeah, she's like, I want that dick. And you're just like,
Hey, have it.
She looks like Brock was trying to transition. Like
yeah.
Mid transition. That's it. And you know what? It's fucked up because she's even though she's in college now.
Isn't she like shot put
she
champion?
Might be in high school or something. She's like a
shot put
collegiate
champion
athlete or something.
Yeah.
It's sad when there's even though you're in fucking college, you're still a kid to a parent. And it sucks when there's kids involved that have to hear this and, get ridiculed in school and stuff and people talk shit, It sucks because you're innocent. You didn't do anything wrong unless, you were holding her down. I got you, Dad.
Is it beyond?
Dad, don't worry. She's not going to go anywhere.
Sable get the legs.
Yeah, Sable's got the legs. Because, listen, you're going to do what Brock wants. Brock wants you to help him rape women. You're going to help him.
Yeah.
And that's that.
That household is crazy, man. Yo, the more
What do you talk about? What do you talk about over dinner there?
You
Pass
don't.
the salt.
You don't talk. You sit there, you shut up, and you enjoy Brock.
And you speak when you're spoken to.
Yeah.
Jeez Louise. So anyway, so Ashley was in his hotel room, and I heard this full story from her friend because, like I said, Ashley took her own life. She killed herself. And apparently the friend was on television trying to tell Ashley's story based on her account from what Ashley told her. And she told her she woke up in the hotel room. She was so drugged that an executive of the company had to help her out of the room, had to help walk her out because she was still not able to leave on her own strength. And that's an executive of the company, not like a,
intern.
Not no intern or some, low level management or something. No, it's an executive of the company. From this a story. Again, this is all alleged. He took her out and, put her in her hotel room, and then she missed the flight back with everybody else. They left her there in Kuwait. That's where it was. It was in Kuwait. They left her there.
Crazy.
And she had to get her own flight back. She told the doctor, the WWE physician. She told executives. And then they had a meeting about it. And she had to go and sit in front of the meeting with all of the executives, including Vince, including, I believe, Stephanie. And they basically made her feel like if she talked about it, she was done. Like they wasn't about helping her. It was about shutting her up and not making problems for the WWE, which is typical corporation move.
Yeah.
Right. That does not seem far-fetched at all.
No, it fits the script.
It fits the script for any company. They're not, they're not going to shoot themselves in the foot, especially when you fucking helped. Especially when you put her on the menu.
Yeah, right. I'm not gonna help you now.
Now we gotta keep you quiet. No.
Yeah, man.
That's fucking terrible.
But honestly, Vince is finally getting his day.
Yeah, man, and it's sad because he is the man when it comes to wrestling and
can we say the greatest promoter of all time?
Greatest promoter of all time. Yep.
Right.
Greatest
at
promoter.
This point, you can say that. He used to play dirty too for the UFC. Like trying to but like
everybody, that's his
promotion.
MO.
Yeah, that's promotion.
He did his own dad dirty. So what do you expect? He did his own dad dirty. For those of you that don't know, Vince McMahon's father, Vince McMahon Sr., was the owner of Worldwide Wrestling Federation, WWF, and in a time when wrestling was all territories. So there was Northeast, there was Southeast, there was Midwest, there was Southwest, there was East Coast, there was Canada, all these territories, and they all had an unwritten rule that you don't promote in each other's territories. And they would just have your own, and what they would do is they would share wrestlers. Wrestlers would go into a territory, spend 6 months, a year there working, and then once that storyline ran out, they'd go to another territory, and then in that territory they would work. So they would all work everywhere, and there was plenty of work. All the wrestlers were constantly working, constantly driving everywhere. And then Vince McMahon Sr. sold the company to Vince McMahon Jr., Vincent Kennedy McMahon, and told him on the condition that you don't compete against the other promoters. Don't go into other promoters' territories and work. And the minute the father died, Vince McMahon was like, I got a cable news. I got a cable news deal. We're going national.
Yeah.
And he scooped up Hulk Hogan, and Hulk Hogan was down for the cause. And they went around and sold out everywhere and put every other single promotion out of business.
Bro, but you know what's crazy? It's like Hulk was his original Brock.
Yeah, Hulk was the original Brock. Was he feeding bitches to Hulk?
Was he?
Was he?
Was he?
Hulk Hogan, I've got questions for you.
Was he?
Was he feeding the there were no divas back then, so it was just Mae Young.
Oh shit.
It was just Mae Young.
You know what? I'm just gonna go back to work.
Yeah, Mae Young was down. She's like, I don't care. She's like, I'm gonna give birth to a hand one day.
Like, yo, that's crazy.
So you don't know what could have happened. That's a great point. Hulk Hogan was the original Brock.
He was.
Brock 1.0.
Yeah, yeah.
Was Hulk.
Yeah, his first one.
Dude. And he was just a charismatic ball of energy. Hulk Hogan is what got me into pro wrestling.
Yeah.
100%. Because I used to watch, this was like 88, probably. 88, 89. I was living in Hackensack. My dad used to be into pro wrestling. And I would watch Saturday Superstars, Saturday morning, like 12 p.m. or I think it would come on. And it was an hour show. And they was basically, they'd have like 2 matches where it was like a big name and a jobber. A jobber is somebody that doesn't have a storyline. They're just there to get their ass beat. And they would have a match. And it would be like, the Macho Man and fucking John Derring or just some dude from whatever town they were in. And or it would be Hulk Hogan cutting a promo, pre-recorded promo with fucking Mean Gene, and they would break down the storylines of what was going on, and they were doing that so that they could sell the live events. There were no pay-per-views back then, but they wanted you to go to the live events to see what was going on. So they had the show on cable. I don't think it was on. It might have been on Channel 4. Right, I think Saturday Main Event was on Channel 4.
Okay.
No, Main Event was a nighttime show.
Yeah.
Saturday Superstars was on one of these channels, one of those free television channels that I needed an antenna for on my television. And that's what I grew up watching. And Hulk Hogan was like this huge guy on his freaking screen. He was jacked up, telling everybody to say their prayers and eat their vitamins and shit. And I was like, all right, I got to do it. And I wanted to be jacked like him. And that's how I got into wrestling. And Hulk Hogan put WWF on the fucking map.
OD.
Like without him, there is nothing of what you see today.
OD.
You know what I mean?
OD.
And oh man, just so much nostalgia with that shit. And you got me fucked up with this. Hulk Hogan was the first Brock, bro. He was, man. Because Brock carried the WWE on his back for a minute.
Yes.
When nobody was really selling. There was really no draw. They just kept bringing dude back. Dude would just go back because like, I'm going to the woods for a year. And then he'd come back and everything would blow up.
Yeah.
But
for me, it was Shawn.
Shawn Michaels?
Yeah.
HBK?
Yeah. For me, it was Shawn, bro. Because like how graceful he was in the ring.
Yeah.
You know what
It's
I'm
just
saying?
so cool too.
Yeah.
He was so fucking cool.
Yeah.
He was getting
while doing
all
it.
the bitches.
While doing it.
Yes, all the women were going crazy.
Oh, like, bro, he had everything.
Yes.
He was the coolest guy.
Mm-hmm.
And he was a small guy that was
Yes.
a main eventer.
Yes.
So now he was like wrestling Steph Curry.
Yes. And
You know what I'm saying?
he was rocking the leather jacket and super kicked Marty Jannetty and threw him through the
Oh, that
barbershop
shit was
glass.
crazy.
He broke my heart when I was a kid.
Yeah,
I was a
crazy.
huge Rockers fan. I love the Rockers because they used to just come freaking electric.
crazy.
They wore all the neon shit.
Yeah.
And he kicked Marty Jannetty right in the jaw. That was the original super kick right there.
Yeah.
Smacked him in the face and then fucking threw him through the glass. And I was like, that sucks, but you're still cool.
Yeah.
I was like, that's
but
still
even
pretty
then,
cool.
right? Like, that was the birth of the super kick. Like, how great
Yes.
of a premiere for a finisher
Yes.
than that?
That was it. Yeah,
Right.
You know what his finisher was before that?
The elbow drop?
Nope. He was doing atomic drops.
Atomic drops.
Atomic drops. It was such a plain Jane finisher.
That's crazy.
Like he was doing singles matches and it was like throwing him up and then bang on the knee and that was it. Like that was his
That's crazy.
finisher.
Yeah.
Before the super kick. You know why I know that? Because I went back. I've been watching Monday Night Raw since the beginning.
Uh-huh.
From I have Peacock. So I went back on the first Monday Night Raw and I just hit play. And when I was working from home, I would have that, like I need some kind of background noise.
Uh-huh.
So I would leave that on and I'm working and stuff and I'm like paying attention to a little bit of what's going on.
That's awesome.
Yeah. So I'm like right now, I haven't watched it in a while, but where I left off was it's the beginning of the Attitude Era.
Wow.
I'm right before the Attitude Era when there's still a few characters because before when Hulk Hogan was there and even through most of the time until the Attitude Era, it was a lot of characters. They'd always have these weird characters: Doink the Clown, Duke the Dumpster Drosy, Crush, Adam Bomb. Like they had every character had to be gimmicky. Not everything was based on some sort of gimmick. The Repo Man, everything was a gimmick, right? And Earthquake, Typhoon, like everybody had a gimmick. But when the Attitude Era came, it wasn't about gimmicks anymore. It was about people.
Yeah.
Like everybody had
that's
their
a fact.
names.
That's a fact.
Like people were just going by their names. There was no gimmicks, nothing. Let's wrestle. Like we're gonna fight. I want that championship. Like it just, spitting in people's faces, giving the fingers. The language changed. It got more sexually.
Titties being drawn.
Titties were out.
Hey.
Sonny, remember
Wow.
Sonny?
Yeah.
She's in prison now.
Yes,
She's in prison now because she killed somebody in a
She looks
DUI.
crazy.
She looks disgusting. Oh my God.
Like,
they're now in prison. They call her Rainy. That's what they call her. Yeah, you are a fucking clown. You are not Sunny anymore.
Yeah, no, that's great.
She is Rainy. Oh my God. But when she came out, she was super hot. I remember as a kid, that was like one of the first boners I ever got in my life was because this freaking blonde girl with the rack and her personality. I saw, have you ever watched Dark Side of the Ring?
No.
Bro, if you have Hulu, if you have Hulu.
I do have Hulu.
Dark Side of the Ring, you will lose your shit. It's a Vice show called Dark Side of the Ring, and it's all stories of behind the scenes and like crazy interviews. The first episode is Chris Benoit's story.
Oh,
It's so good, bro.
Oh.
All these stories about all these wrestlers, legendary stories where you hear them, you're like, what?
Oh.
Like the Sonny's one of them. The death of Brody. Is it Brody Stevens? No, that's a fucking comedian. God, I can't think of his name, man. He's like a crazy. He got stabbed and killed in a shower in a locker room in Puerto Rico.
Oh yes. I remember that. I remember that.
Yeah,
one.
that
I
guy.
remember that one.
There's just all stories like that of crazy things that happen in
That's
wrestling,
crazy.
theories and stuff. And they had about Sunny and like how she only got into wrestling because of Chris Candido. Remember the
Yeah, I
Body
remember
Donnas?
Chris, yeah.
Right? So Chris Candido, he got in and she was like a hairdresser or something, but she looked good on his arm, so they put her there. And then they realized that they had given her something to say, and she nailed it on the first shot. And like they saw her on camera, and they're like, "This fucking girl's a superstar."
Wow.
Like, and then they did that. Once she got a taste of it, she fucking left that dude in the dust. She got a taste for it. She was like spotlight. She was coming out first, and then she left the Body Donnas because they lost the tag team championships, and all she did was follow whoever won the championships. She was with the Smoking Guns.
Wow,
she
the
was
original
with,
Kim K.
She had the original Kim K playbook for sure. She was all over that.
Yeah, Sean was around that.
Sean was around that too, and that then the Sunny Days promo with Bret Hart.
Yeah,
when he told he like insinuated that Bret Hart was fucking her. Meanwhile, it was him. He like tried to ruin Bret's marriage. Meanwhile, it was him. What a fucking bastard.
Hey, yo, that's the craziest thing too. Is like, as a fan of wrestling, right? I'm a fan of wrestling, so I love Shawn Michaels. But then when you dig, you're like,
you dickhead.
Wow.
Yeah, he had some problems.
he
had some problems.
You are a terrible human being, but a phenomenal wrestler.
Phenomenal wrestler. Also, here's another thing, and this kind of ruined my childhood a little bit too, because I was a big Shawn Michaels fan. Like when I was little, I had the fucking heart glasses.
Yeah.
Dangling. I bought a little kit. I bought the kit from WWE and shit. I had the dangling glasses, the freaking red heart sunglasses, and something else that came with the kit. I don't remember what it was, but when I go back and I look at it now,
oh yeah,
kind of gay.
Oh, kind of, kind of gay. All the way,
all the gyrating and
all
shit and stuff. And I'm like, wait, why was I watching this? And
bro, he was Vince's boy toy,
and I was cheering. Yeah,
he was Vince's boy toy.
Hey,
hey, allegedly.
Hey now.
Like, listen, man.
You want to get to the top? You're going to have to grab this brass ring right here.
Vince loves power.
Yeah, bro.
Like, he loves power.
Yes.
More than anything. Yeah. It's not a sexual thing. It's power.
Power
and
over
he was
somebody. Into dudes that exuded power. Those are the people that he respected the most. Those are the people he pushed the most. Where if you were like timid and you couldn't speak up for yourself, you weren't getting shit.
No.
You heard what happened to Braun Strowman, right?
No.
Braun Strowman, for those of you that don't know who Braun Strowman was one of those
huge giants.
He's a huge 6'8". Like, you see this guy and you're like, geez, like he makes Brock look small.
Yeah.
Right? This guy's he's one of those world's strongest man competitors. That's what he was doing before wrestling.
Wow.
Right? So he's a big, strong, scary looking dude. Big beard, bald head, just a monster guy. And he was getting this big push because of his appearance and stuff. One thing Vince liked, it was called the airport look. Like if you walk through an airport and turned heads at the airport, that's what they wanted.
Okay.
Was somebody that could, like you're
makes
looking
sense.
At, Jesus Christ, look at this fucking
yeah,
guy.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like that kind of thing. And so Braun Strowman was one of those guys. Now Braun Strowman was getting pushed. He was like, everybody thought he was going to win the championship and have like this mega career, and then all of a sudden he fell off the damn map. What happened was he and Brock Lesnar in the ring. He hit Brock by accident.
I remember that.
He kneed Brock in the head by accident, really hard.
Yeah.
Slip. And Brock gave him an instant receipt. A receipt in wrestling is if somebody hits you, like if somebody messes up and hurts you, either they hit you by accident, they drop you on your head, you got a receipt coming. Which is they're gonna fucking hit you back. They're gonna hit you back. And Brock Lesnar, he got hit in the head and instantly threw a body punch, boom, like hard to the body that keeled him over, and threw a straight right to the temple, bang, and fucking almost knocked his ass out. This is UFC Brock.
I was about to say that. Yeah.
UFC Brock.
Remember, he's a UFC heavyweight champion.
This wasn't before the UFC. This was after.
With custom-made UFC gloves.
Custom-made gloves. And then he was wearing those at the time, too. He was wearing the gloves in the ring. Like, he started wearing those.
Crazy.
And he punched him hard as hell in the head. Now, that's not what cost Braun his push. What cost Braun his push is that after the match, Braun went in the back and cried.
Yeah.
And cried about it.
Yeah.
And he was, hey, why you hit me? And got mad. And Brock was like, shut up, bitch. And Vince McMahon lost all respect for that motherfucker. Yeah. And that was it for his fucking push, bro. Now you've rarely ever seen him. And then next thing you know, he's losing to Rey Mysterio. Like that's the next evolution, bro. Yeah, people are just fucking hitting him with finishers and he's not getting up anymore.
Yeah, Mick Carter's.
Oh my God, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah,
that's crazy.
Yeah, he used to be a big deal.
That's crazy.
But you're absolutely right when you say Vince is all about power, because another thing I heard about Vince is Vince didn't like if you sneezed.
Yeah, he hated that.
If you sneezed, he'd be like, why can't you hold it in his mind? He's like, you can't control yourself? Like, bitch, I sneezed. That shit just came out. How the fuck are you going to be upset about that?
Yeah, he's a power hungry.
Yeah, man.
Like, it's crazy. But like, to get to that level,
mm-hmm.
You're not normal.
To become a billionaire from, I don't care if you're born like, people, same thing with like Trump. Everybody hates on Trump because they gave, his father gave him $1 million or something like that. And that was like his starting point. It's like, just because you get $1 million don't mean you're going to make anything.
Yeah.
There's plenty of people that inherited money that are drug addicts and doing nothing with their fucking lives. For you to take $1 million and become a billionaire in your life, that's impressive. Yeah. No matter how you fucking spin it.
Yeah.
That's impressive. And that's what Vince did, right? Vince bought the company from his father with money that his father gave him, right? Or money that he inherited, or fucking saved his lunch money or stuff.
Took it to new heights.
And he fucking exploded. He created something that is unheard of.
But he also did it. I was listening to Dana White say, Vince is like a competitive maniac.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Like, he was the juice is flowing. He will not lose. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, that kind of mindset. I'm going to do whatever it takes. I'm willing to do whatever it takes. Are you?
Yep.
Because that person wins.
Sure.
There's so many times, right, where you get into a fight, right, and you put your hands up, and someone just kicks you in the dick.
Mm-hmm.
They win.
Yeah. You wanted to play by the rules.
Yeah.
You weren't willing to do everything to win.
Yeah.
They were.
Yeah.
And now you lost.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And that's how Vince would do.
Now you're sitting there holding your dick.
Yeah. And I'm home.
Yeah, and I'm home.
Get my dicks up.
Get my dicks up. Oh my God! Doesn't matter if she wanted to do it or not.
Allegedly.
That's fantastic. You can just say whatever you want about somebody. Just add allegedly.
Tell that to a Young Thug.
Oh shit!
Yo, he's got RICO charges, bro.
You can't put that shit in your rap because you can't. Allegedly don't rhyme with a lot of shit. You can't make allegedly rhyme, right? Allegedly and wedgie. That's the only thing I could think of. That rhymes.
Wait,
you ain't selling records talking about wedgies.
Yeah. Well, nowadays,
That's
a certain community,
wedgie.
They're like, oh,
wedgie. Everybody be like, what the fuck,
dude? You know what's crazy, bro? It's like when you think Louis C.K. wrote Pootie Tang.
What a movie.
Right?
Yeah.
Remember when the artist was in the booth not saying anything and the whole world was going insane?
Bro, that's what it feels like now.
Right?
I hear some of the shit on the radio. I am just so quick to change all the musics.
Yeah.
I don't like...
It's on purpose, though.
I think you're right.
It's on purpose.
I think it's all...
Because there's good artists out there.
But they don't get pushed.
No.
But that's that whole theory of them pushing just shit like to poison people's minds.
Bro, Sexy Red shot a music video after popping out a baby in the hospital. Like, you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And she gets funding for this.
What's up with fucking people and pregnant women in fucking videos? You saw Blueface? He had the pregnant bitches in the hot tub. I had a joke about it. I'm like, pregnant bitches are disgusting, bro. What are you doing? Pregnant women are only attractive to the fathers. To the fathers of the baby. Yeah. And even those motherfuckers don't like them that much.
Like, yo, who does that? Who pays for pregnant women? Like,
Yeah, you put pregnant women in your video, bro. You're not making a point here. You know?
But
What are you, pro-life?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, guys. Like,
yeah, you know, you just say pro-life, don't get abortions. Just put them in your music video. It's all good to have 5 baby mamas at the same time.
Yeah, yo, that's wild, son. Like,
that is not a flex. That is not a flex.
That's a debit, bro.
Yeah, that's a debit for sure. Yep, that's exactly what you're showing off is a future bill.
Yeah.
Look at all my child support I'm about to have. You can't afford all this child support.
Yo, that's a sketch.
That is, yo, for real.
Yo, that's a sketch. Yeah.
I don't get it. When I saw the music video, I'm like, what? Like, I don't even like the song, but I was prepared to give the music video a try.
But bro, like that's what gets funding and views. Like,
yeah. Well, you see that stuff with Ice Spice. You saw her at the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
And they were talking about she was wearing an upside down cross.
Yeah, I seen that.
And then she's wearing Balenciaga, which is like they were into all that demonic shit.
All that.
Right. And then she's like in the middle of the game, like the camera's on her, and like when she realizes the camera's on, then she starts doing all the fucking Satan signs and shit. Yeah. And you're like, what's going on, bro? How do you sell your soul? Like, do you have to be approached?
Yo, you know what the craziest thing is too? Like, you start wondering too. You're like, she's from the Bronx, and she's right next to Taylor Swift, who's worth like $1.5 billion. You're from the Bronx.
You're from the BX.
Like, you know, how did you guys meet? Please, like,
at an Illuminati meeting. That's where you met.
Like, you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like,
that's why some people say that the Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce's relationship is all fake.
Oh, come on.
You ever hear, you know Paige Van Zandt, right?
Yeah.
From UFC?
Yeah.
She did an interview where she was where she says that she thinks it's fake because when she was 19 and in the UFC, or maybe she had just got into the UFC or something, and she hired a publicist to try to blow up and like get her name recognition out there. The publicist approached her with an offer to go out with this NFL player so that they can, and then when they go out, like go on a date with him, and we'll have paparazzi there to take pictures, and then like that'll be a story, and like you guys can, you know, date for a while. And it's like they didn't arrange a date based on I might like him or I'm looking for somebody. Like they were trying to arrange a date. She said no, but they arranged a date to try to get publicity. You know what I'm saying? So that's something that's in the playbook.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
And he's sponsored by Pfizer.
He's sponsored by the devil.
Like, how are you sponsored by Pfizer? Like Doritos.
Yeah. Doritos, Pepsi, Reebok. What happened to Reebok and Nike, bro?
We're talking about
sponsored by Pfizer.
Are you kidding me?
You're sponsored by a criminal organization.
Are you kidding me?
Yeah. I call it a criminal organization because if you don't know, Pfizer is the owner of the largest criminal penalty in American history.
Whew, I didn't even know that.
Yes, they were sued for a drug that they knew was causing deaths, and they like hid the information and shit and lied about it. And what they found out was they knew that they were going to get in trouble for it, but they were like, we're going to make so much money off of it that whatever the penalty is going to be doesn't matter. So if they get penalized, they got penalized in the billions, right? So let's say they got, just for fuck's sake, for numbers' sake, they got penalized $2 billion, like they made $5 billion. So we're still up. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, if you have that attitude, then like, do you think shit changed for them?
And that was before the vax too, no?
Bro.
That was before
way
the vax.
before the vax.
Yeah, that was before the vax. I remember hearing that story.
Yeah.
You know what's crazy? You know why I knew the vax was bullshit? Because they said, we're gonna give it to black people first.
Yeah,
I was like, what in America are they giving the black people first?
Yeah, like, no, they're the most vulnerable. We gotta help them. Black lives matter.
Yeah.
You fucking assholes.
Yeah.
And that's the shit that gets me so annoyed is like, especially with like liberals, like Republicans. I expect that from them, so it doesn't faze me. But like, you know how they say Democrats and Republicans switched, you know, because of Republicans helped free the slaves and everything, and Democrats were racist. And they're like, no, they switched now.
Yeah.
I think they pulled another switch.
Yeah.
because now the Republicans are like the hippies and shit, and like the anti-war, anti-establishment, like anti-government. That's coming from the Republicans now, and Democrats used to be Occupy Wall Street, anti-establishment, hippies, anti-war, Vietnam, like all that stuff was all the Democrats and liberals. And like now it's split. Now liberals are like pro-vaccine, pro-corporation.
So you know what it is, bro? It's like I read this book, Behold the Pale White Horse.
Who wrote that?
I can't because
I've heard of this.
It's slipping off my head, but it's like head of NASA, right? And this shit is all a plan, right? First, they're gonna their plan was break up households, right? So that's crack in black neighborhoods,
welfare,
right?
Medicaid,
right, and make the woman the leader, right? Because the man is not just gonna send their child off to war, right? Because the man's gonna be like, "What the fuck is this war about?" Like, you know,
destabilize the household.
You know what I'm saying? Like the man,
you make the government the man. Is what you're doing.
But if you make the woman the leader, right, men are gonna get a lot softer. They call them jellies, right? Look, yeah. Right?
100%. That's what's going on. Dresses and shit.
But that's what's going on now.
Start cutting their dicks off.
What do you want? What do you want? Oh, anything's okay. Yeah, it's okay. It's okay. Men are softer now, so like they're more acceptable to this shit. To bullshit. Even if it's bullshit, they're like, oh, it's all right, whatever. That wasn't always the case. Like your grandfather wouldn't have took this bullshit. Like, you get what I'm saying? My grandfather wouldn't have took this bullshit.
Nope.
Because you're like, yo, that's bullshit. That don't even make any sense. But now they're like, do it. And all right, cool. Since you said it.
Yep.
You said it twice.
Like, yo, that's so scary.
They were handing out vaxes with Dunkin' Donuts. like you can get like a Dunkin' Donuts like 6-pack or some shit like that, and like you can get a vax as well. That doesn't make any sense.
None at all.
Like
none at all.
All these athletes that are just dropping
French fries
dead.
And burgers.
Yeah.
I follow this Instagram page called Died Suddenly. And all it is just pictures of people that have died out of fucking nowhere. Healthy people.
Yeah.
Not even athletes, just regular people, normal fucking people. I remember when the vax first came out. Now, I've never been and I'm a conspiracy theorist. I was a conspiracy theorist before the pandemic. And like I just got into it. I got into it when I told you I lost that job and stuff, and I was like hit rock bottom. That's what I was doing. I was fucking going through the conspiracy. I was going, yes. I was down the rabbit hole. I became a prepper, like all that stuff. I was like writing notes and stuff about.
You were building your bunker.
I was like really into it, right? And I was, going down the rabbit hole with JFK and stuff, and then I found Ron Paul videos and shit, and I was just like on this other different wavelength. But when the pandemic, when the vaccine came out, when it first came out, I wasn't, like anti-vax about it. I was like, cool. You know what I mean? Like maybe this will help people, hopefully the vulnerable, because I was already on like, this ain't fucking with everybody. You know what I mean? Like this is only fucking with old. That's what I was thinking at the time.
Yeah, same.
I'm like, really old people and sick people are getting fucked up from this. This doesn't. So I was like not in a rush to get the vax. I was like, I don't think I'm vulnerable. You know what I mean? And it's coming out and it's going to be limited because it's brand new. So let's let the old people take it. Let's let the black people take it. let's let these people cycle, and then I could get around to it later, And then I was like, the fuck, I don't take the flu shot either.
Yeah,
So I was like, I wasn't in a rush to get it, but my mom got it. My mom is immunocompromised. She just got over cancer and shit. She's wasn't in remission yet. She had just had surgery, had half her lung removed. She's got COPD and shit. So she, I'm like, all right, yeah, get it, mom. I want you to be safe, obviously. And then I remember getting a haircut. My brother's a barber, and I'm getting a haircut from him. And he's like, yo, you want to hear something crazy? And he's like, the owner of the barber shop, his mother-in-law got the vax and had a stroke. And she's in the fucking hospital. She's all fucked up.
That's crazy.
And I was like, get that. And this is early vax, like first month.
That's
the
crazy.
Vax was out. And I'm
That's
like,
crazy.
ugh. I'm like, I'm not touching that shit. That from that story alone, I was like, I'm not touching that shit. And then I know fucking COVID gave my boy Bell's palsy.
What?
He got JR face. Yeah, good old
That's
JR
crazy.
face. Which was crazy. And then he recovered from that shit. But it was just so many things. And then like now I just watched this video on Instagram this morning of Chris Cuomo was on whatever news show he's on, interviewing his own doctor. And his own doctor was just telling him how it's not safe and effective, how they did these fucking trials and stuff, and they they didn't ask all these other questions. They ask all these other, and they keep saying, anytime they bring up something, it's like, yeah, but it's a small percentage. And she's like, in medicine, that's what we deal with. That's what we care about is the small percentage. He's like, you look at colon screening for men when you're 40 years old and you start getting those colon screenings. He's like, there's only 7% of men. There's only, like she said, the numbers. It's a very small percentage of men that are vulnerable to this. But we screen everybody because we care about the small percentage. Same thing with women and cervix cancer. It's very minuscule when you look at the big population. It's a very small percentage, but we care about the small percentage. That's who we want to protect. You know what I mean? Like the rare instances.
Like, oh, just a few die. Like,
yeah, that's a problem. That's a fucking problem. And the crazy thing is when COVID was happening and people were like, no, we got to open back up again, like at the lockdowns. And they're like, no, they were making it like every life was precious. If we can do something to save one person's life, if we have to lock down the whole world to save one person's life, it's worth it. And then they changed that narrative when the vaccine came out. They're like, hey, man, vaccine's killing people. But it's only killing a small amount of people. Not everybody.
Yo, that's crazy.
We gotta save we gotta save the big numbers, And it's like,
bro, let me tell you, where is Fauci?
That motherfucker's in hiding. Fauci's in Minnesota with Brock. That's what he's doing.
And Kamala Harris.
Brock to protect them.
Like, where are we? Like, this man was on TV every day. Like the president.
Yep. They chased his ass out because Robert Kennedy Jr. came out with that book, The Real Anthony Fauci.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. I gotta put that on my list.
But he was like HIV. He was making money off that too, in Africa.
Well, here too, when HIV, I said that on stage a few times. That fucking Fauci killed my dad because my dad died of AIDS in the 80s with the heroin shit. Well, Fauci was like invested in a drug that they were promoting that was fucking killing people. That people were they were promoting that as a not a cure, but like a treatment for, I forgot the name of the drug, as a treatment for AIDS, and like it was fucking people up even worse. You ever see? It's a crazy movie to see, Dallas Buyers Club with Matthew McConaughey.
Okay.
That movie's about him in like, I think it might have been early 90s, and he was like a cowboy, and he got AIDS, and he went to Mexico, and in Mexico he worked with some doctors, and they gave him this vitamin protocol that helped him. It made him feel better when he was getting emaciated, like his face was all sunken in. He, like Matthew McConaughey, like lost mad weight. He almost fucking fucked his whole metabolism up, his kidneys and shit, doing that movie because he dropped so much weight for the role to look like he had AIDS.
Wow.
Right? That he had dropped all this weight, and then he got on the vitamin protocol, and like he sustained. And he felt better, and it was helping him. So he found he wasn't able to help people with that. So he created the Buyers Club, the Dallas Buyers Club. And it was like, you sign up for a membership, and he would prescribe you, like not prescribe, but he would give you the vitamin protocol, and you would get buy your vitamins. So he was getting the vitamins in bulk, and then coming and distributing them out of a hotel room.
That's crazy.
To AIDS people. And he was helping people. Like, it was actually helping people. Then the FDA came and shut his ass down and arrested him and shit for it. And then he ended up fucking dying once they fucking stopped him from taking the vitamins anymore.
You know what's crazy is I was just thinking the entire time, it was like, if cocaine got passed by the FDA, like, it'd be good. Like, they wouldn't care. Nope. You just gotta pay out the FDA, bro.
Like, the FDA is such a fucking scam because you like, ideally, everybody that, you trust in the government, you think the government is trying to help you, that they're going to do what's in your best interest. But what you find out is that the FDA is beholden, and they are their allegiance isn't to the benefit of people. Their allegiance is to the benefit of the corporations, to the pharmaceutical companies.
Yeah.
The pharmaceutical companies make up most of their revenue. The FDA's budget, like a majority of it, comes from pharmaceutical companies because they have to pay fees every time they apply for drugs. And the fees are astronomical. And the reason that they're like that is to keep out competition. Any regulation that the government puts on businesses is not, they mask it as they're doing it for the safety of people. But what they're really doing is trying to keep competition out for the people that pay them the most money.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So Pfizer wants to keep out fucking John Smith pharmaceutical company that just started, 2 years ago, and they're small time, but they have a lot of cool innovations and stuff. They're like an up and comer. They'll get crushed, and then they'll have to sell to Pfizer because Pfizer works with the government to put regulations in. And now, instead of when that John Smith company started, instead of having to pay $250,000 to go to market with the product, you're going to have to pay $600 million.
Yeah.
To go to market with the product, and they can't do it, so they end up having to sell their patent to Pfizer, so that Pfizer can bring it to market. And then when they bring it to market, then they get a monopoly on it, right? So now you get 10 years to sell it on your own before a generic can come out, before other people can start making it and make it affordable for everybody else.
By that time, you already rate the market.
Exactly, and that's what they do. Their rules and their regulations, and this is in any industry, not just pharmaceuticals. It's in banking, it's in commerce, it's in internet. Anytime the government says we're going to do this bill, we're going to call it the Patriot Act, it's the opposite of that. It's not patriotic at all. It's actually the opposite of patriotic. It's fucking insidious, and it's against all that the Constitution stands for. Same thing with what was the other one that they had? There was like another bill. Anytime they come out with those cheesy names that tell you, like the Build Back Better plan, it's like, no, you're going to rip everything apart. That's what you're doing.
Yeah. And they know it too.
Exactly, bro. And know it. But that's how they come out with these bills, where they will put out a bill, and the bill is 1,000 pages.
Yeah.
No one's going to read that because you get the bill 45 minutes before the vote.
Yep, that's exactly,
right? And it's like, hey, man, you're voting for this because we're Democrats. And the Democrats putting it forward. And they're like, but what's in it for me? It's like, all right, well, we're going to slip that provision of what you wanted, right? Remember you wanted to send $2 million to fucking Panama?
Yeah.
All right, we can slip that in this fucking bill for Ohio safety laws. And we're going to slip in money for Panama in this Ohio safety bill. And it's like, well, how does that get in there?
Yeah.
And then when people vote no for it, they're like, hey, man, he voted against the keep kids safe bill. He hates kids.
Yeah.
And it's like, that motherfucker, why do you not want kids? And it's like, well, because they also send $20 million to bin Laden in there. And I thought that was a bad idea. You know what I mean? And
it's crazy.
It's so insidious, and nobody can know about it. Yeah. Like, no average person, you don't have fucking time, bro. You don't have time to read a 1,000-page bill. Why is the bill 1,000 pages?
Exactly.
What are you talking about?
Exactly.
In there?
Exactly. That's what you need to say. Why is the bill 1,000 pages?
Why are you talking about that? That's why.
You know what's crazy? It's almost like, remember like when you had to write an essay?
And you just saying shit down. You just run on sentences that have nothing to do with, you're just taking up space. Like, this shit has to be 500 words. This word. Then you start looking at the definition of words and be like, oh, wait, this is one word, but if I say it like this, it's 4 words now. It's exactly what it is, bro.
Yeah, and then they just slip in money for Panama.
Right? Money for Panama, money for fucking whatever.
Oops.
And that's how they loot the country. All the money that we're sending to Ukraine, we're not helping Ukrainians. We're helping the Ukrainian government pay their own pensions, pay their own salaries, and then they have like, we're going to have this fund, right? The Ukrainians are going to set up a fund, and this fund on the outside, so when people say, where's the money going? We're like, we're sending it to the Help Ukrainians Fund. Oh, okay, so it's going to help Ukrainians. No, the Help Ukrainian company is going to buy stuff from Joe Biden's company.
Yeah.
And now Joe Biden gets that money back. And then all the people that support, they're going to have invoices due to that Help Ukrainian company. Now that Help Ukrainian company is going to pay $15 billion in invoices that go right back into the pockets of the people that helped the bill.
It's insane.
That's how they launder money.
Yeah.
And they fucking
insane.
wash it. That's all of the organizations, all of these foundations that people have set up, like the Clinton Foundation. It's just a way to launder money and look good doing it.
Yo, and it's so crazy too, because like when you look at a president, how much money they make afterwards and how much money they make in office.
Oh, how much money they get. Obama was not a millionaire when he became president. You know what I'm saying? And now he's a multi-millionaire.
Yeah.
Hundreds of millions of dollars. He got that new Netflix deal.
Like,
you're getting $500,000 to go do 90 minutes of talking.
Yeah.
At a place. Imagine we got 90 million, 900,000 to sit here and do this shit.
Yeah.
It's like, what favors did we do?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Who fucking giving, you know what I mean? It's
bro,
a dirty game.
The amount of bombs that man has thrown.
Obama?
Yeah.
Obama?
Hey,
They called him Lord of the Drones.
Yeah. OD.
Yeah. He at the time dropped more bombs in 1 year than all of the previous presidents before him combined. And people were like, well, he had drones. I'm like, yeah, the bombs are still the same. Doesn't matter how you're delivering them. Doesn't matter who's shooting the bombs. It doesn't matter if you're driving the plane versus sitting behind a joystick. And shooting them shits from fucking forever ago. He started what they did in Libya, where they overthrew Gaddafi.
That was crazy.
To make Libya better. Now there's open slave markets on YouTube in Libya.
And Gaddafi was for Libya.
Mm-hmm. Whatever he was doing, he wasn't as bad as
you know what he was doing. He was creating wealth.
He was creating wealth. He wanted to get on a gold standard. Yeah. He wanted his major crime against the U.S. and why the U.S. really took him out was because he wanted to trade oil outside of the dollar. He wanted to stop using the dollar. That's what they're doing now.
Yeah.
Have you heard of BRICS?
No.
The BRICS Union. It's Brazil, Russia, India, China, and Saudi Arabia. BRICS. BRICS, and they got together and they're going to trade oil without the dollar. They're creating their own currency to fuck the dollar up. And that's going to fuck the dollar up because that's the only thing that gives our dollar wealth. The only reason our dollar is accepted everywhere is because we force every other country to trade oil. When you want to buy oil for your country, you have to buy it in a dollar. You have to use the dollar. You can't buy oil in yen. You can't buy it in fucking rupees or pounds. You have to buy it in the dollar. So you have to keep dollars in your reserve. Every country has to keep dollars in their reserve. So that's what props up our dollar because other than that, our dollar ain't worth shit. We print so much of it. We're going to be having those $10,000 fucking, you know how in like fucking Africa and shit, they'd be seeing the money was like $10 million bill? And shit, that's because they printed so much that the money's it has no value.
You know, that's very selfish of them because because we have Joe Biden in office right now. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying?
Sleepy Joe.
Yeah. Hey, can you imagine him dropping bombs? Because he'd be the type to drop a bomb on the wrong country.
Oh yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Sure.
Like everybody needs to be on notice right now because America. We don't go down.
Well, that's why he don't have the key. He don't have the key anymore. You know who I think is really running the country?
Who?
Obama.
Yeah.
You ever see that interview with Obama where they asked him if he would want to do a third term? And he was like, no. He goes, if I were to do a third term, I would rather do it from behind the scenes where somebody else is up front and I'm actually calling the shots behind the scenes. and somebody else can take the heat up front. I don't want to be up front. I'd rather be behind the scenes calling the shots.
Well, I don't know. Like, there's a whole lot of incompetence right now. Like,
I don't know if it's incompetence. I think it's done by design.
Yeah.
I think they're purposely tanking everything.
I'm not surprised. But like, you see what they're doing with the immigrants, right?
Yeah, bro.
Like
voters. you call them immigrants? They're voters.
Like,
those are Democrat voters now. All those illegals. They had this lady down at the border.
He said they're voters.
They had this lady down at the border, and she was asking people, like, who do you support, Donald Trump or Joe Biden? Everybody's like, Joe Biden. Joe Biden's gonna take care of us.
Yeah.
But they're coming in the country without problem.
Yeah.
They're getting money. They're getting cell phones.
Yeah.
They're getting places to stay without working.
Yo.
And nobody's checking who they are. They've all lost track. Now, I forgot who I saw somebody say a line that they don't believe people should be illegal. Right? There shouldn't be such thing as an illegal person. And it's no, the person's not illegal. They committed a crime to get here. That's illegal. Mm-hmm. And what we do with people that break laws is we punish them. That's what we do in this country.
We don't give them a paycheck.
Yes, we don't fucking put them on the payroll. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Or send them on a nice bus ride to somewhere else.
Four Seasons Hotel.
Yeah, man. And it's like, yes, immigration is important. Very important to this country because we don't want to mow lawns. We don't want to pick fucking fruit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
We don't want to do the labor jobs.
Yeah, no.
I want to fucking record my podcast and tell jokes at night. I don't want to do that work.
Yes.
So I'm happy with people who want to come to this country and work. That's what the whole system is based on.
Agreed.
However, they should do it through the proper channels. This isn't a wild idea to do. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know how hard it is to get into Canada? Mm-hmm. You want to immigrate to Canada, you have to show them, before they approve you into the country, you have to show them what you're going to do for Canada. What value are you bringing here? Do you have special skills? Mm-hmm. Are you a doctor? Mm-hmm. What are you going to do here? What is your plan? Who are you? What have you done with your life? Are you a criminal? Are you going to come here and commit crimes? They screen your ass heavy before you go into Canada. In America, they're just like, yeah, come on in.
You look all right. You look all right.
You know what? And then, like,
tattoo on your face.
Yeah. What does that say? MS-13? What is that? Is that a condiment? I want to put some MS-13 on my steak. And like, that's all that's coming over the border. It's not like women and children are coming over the border. It's men. Men. And they're not Mexicans, and they're not South Americans. They're Chinese, and they're African, and they're Middle Eastern. That's scary.
Yeah.
That's scary in large numbers. You know what I'm saying? And they're coming through the border. They're not flying here. They're going into Mexico. They're going into these countries, and then they're fucking coming up. And I saw this interview with the guy that was the head of the Department of Homeland Security. He was the head of the Border Patrol, not the Border Patrol, but the part of the part of the Homeland Security that oversees the Border Patrol, and he was in charge of border security for 5 presidents. All right, maybe 5 for 5 terms. It was Bush, Clinton, Obama, Trump. And then he just left under Biden. He resigned because this shit is fucking wild. Right? And he said every single president that ever came into office always did something to try to improve the security at the border. Nobody ever fixed the whole problem, but everybody did something. He goes, the best that it was ever done was under Trump. He goes, because Trump, what he did was stop them in Mexico. He made Mexico deport people. He said Mexico can't let them through. So he had Mexico, because Mexico got their own fence. Mm-hmm. Mexico got their own wall. All right. In Guatemala, on the other side, Mexico has a wall.
Yo, keep y'all shit.
You know what I'm saying? So he was like, no, because if they get into America, he send them back to Mexico, and then Mexico had to deport them. So like Mexico was like, no, don't send them here. So then Mexico stopped them back there and wasn't letting them through. So Trump had put a system in place where he was getting people, like they were getting in, detained, right back out. Mm-hmm. So he was sending them out. And before him, did you know that Obama deported more people than any president before him?
Yeah.
That motherfucker was kicking everybody out.
Yo, taking niggas out and dropping bombs.
Dropping bombs.
Yo.
Was Crip walking. He was like, I'm fucking, it motherfucker was a
bro. And he's like, yo, they ain't never gonna let another nigga in this White House.
No. He's like, I'm gonna send you back with a missile, motherfucker. You ain't going back on a bus. Yeah, you're gonna ride this hellfire all the way to fucking and it's fucking wild. And he's like, now this president is the only president that's made it worse. He's like, he took away the restrictions, like all the stuff that was in place before. This guy came in and with executive orders stopped it all, and now we just have everybody coming through. Yo. And it's like, why would you do that? Is it incompetence? No, I don't think so. There's too many people around you to let you be incompetent.
But you know what it is? It's just like what you said. They're voting now. Who else is voting for this motherfucker right now?
I don't know. Now he's about to get fucking 100 million votes.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
be like the dead and people that ain't in this country. I was just watching a video today of this woman in Illinois. They got this big scandal because the people are checking their voting history and be like, I never voted in a midterm election. He's like, I've never voted. He goes, I've voted in one election my whole life. And here they have a history of voting in all these elections.
Wow.
And it's like, no, I've never voted before. Like, I don't vote. I'm a terrible American. I don't vote. I voted once. It was for crazy. Trump. That was it.
That's crazy.
And now here you showing me I voted 10 times?
That's crazy. Well, yeah, remember Bush? Remember when Bush won the election?
Yep, with Gore.
Yeah, and his brother was the governor of Florida at the time, where they lost the votes.
Yep.
How do you lose the votes and your brother's the governor?
Yeah, bro.
Like,
it's scam, but it's not exclusive to any party. They all cheat.
Yeah.
They all rig the system. They're like they had this thing where they were showing the guy that runs the I forgot the name of the company that runs the voting booths, those electronic voting things, and he's like, no, you can't hack these. These machines aren't hackable. Like fucking, they brought this other guy up, and he was fucking showed up computer, and he showed him. He was like, hey, look, what you do is the way you change it is you go in and you can change the percentages. Right. So now if you change the percentages on this machine, now every vote for Biden is 1.25. Every vote for Trump is 0.75. Wow. And it counts on a percentage, on like a decimal point.
Wow.
So they changed the decimal point of each vote. And now every vote that goes for Biden is 1 1/4. And every vote for Trump is 0.75. So even if Trump gets more votes, he could still lose because he's not getting as many votes, as the percentage isn't going to add up.
Yo, this is crazy.
Bro,
it's
nuts.
Crazy.
Yep. And they can flip it too, so that even if you do hit Trump, it goes in as a vote for Biden.
That's crazy.
Bro, they have the videos of like in Atlanta and stuff where they had like people show up in the middle of the night. They kicked everybody out, right? I don't know if there was in Pennsylvania and Georgia were the ones I was following, where they were like, all right, we're going to stop counting votes. And then
I remember that. Yeah,
and then they're like, all right, and then everybody left, like the reporters, and then the Republican people that oversee, and then everybody left, and like, we're gonna start counting votes again, and all of a sudden these fucking vans show up, and they start pulling all these fucking things. They uncover these tables. Underneath these tables are all these boxes of votes. Like, oh look, we didn't count these. And it's like, bro, are you crazy? And then you're like, oh, yeah, there's no widespread voter fraud.
Yeah.
Remember they kept saying that? Yeah. And it's like, you don't need widespread voter fraud. You need calculated voter fraud. You need voter fraud in certain specific counties because just like Jersey, right? If you go in Jersey, a lot of Jersey is rural. It's called the Garden State, right? There's a lot of Republicans in Jersey. But in concentrated urban areas like Bergen County and stuff, it's Democrat heavy. And those counties, boom, they flip votes and that's it.
Hoboken,
all that shit. It's the same thing with New York State.
Yeah.
New York State's run by New York City.
And you know what the wildest part is too? Those people aren't from New York City. They're from Ohio, Indiana.
And you don't need no
Oklahoma.
ID. You can just vote.
Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But yeah, like, yeah, you're 100% right.
Yeah. Remember they said that this is the shit that gets me fucking mad is because they say shit and they call you racist while saying the most racist shit. While being racist, they call you a racist. And you're like, I think we need IDs to vote. And they're like, that's racist. And you're like, well, how's needing an ID racist? Because they're like, black people can't have IDs. You're like, what?
Yeah, it doesn't make any
Black
sense.
people can't. It's hard. They're like, it's hard for black people to get IDs. And they're like, I'm pretty sure they drive.
Hey.
Yeah, it's not hard for black people to get IDs.
No.
Why would you think it's hard for black people to get an ID?
But like that's the most Democrat. Well, I can't say that's the most Democrat thing because the most Democrat thing they ever done is when they all put on dashikis.
And they got on their knees.
When hey, yo, niggas still want reparations. Like,
Yeah, bro. But that's what they do. I think they learned that from Occupy Wall Street. Remember Occupy Wall Street, right?
Yeah.
Now, when Occupy Wall Street came around, like that scared the corporations and the government because everybody got together. It wasn't just Democrats. Everybody was mad about the bank bailouts. Mm-hmm. They bailed out the big
crazy
banks.
all the time.
Right? And they
Obama.
That was the first one. And it was not only Democrats were going with Occupy Wall Street, but then the Republicans and people on the right had the Tea Party movement going on, which it was the same aligned thing. And then that's when they were like, that's when all the woke stuff became born. That's when corporations were like, hey man, we're not bad. We're pro-black. Mm-hmm. We're pro-gay. Like this is, you know, like we don't know what you're talking about. Like, you know, like fuck all that money shit. He's like, they hate black people. Mm-hmm. And they created this other division and now everybody's infighting with themselves. And then everybody forgot who the fucking real enemy is. Mm-hmm. And then shit just got weird, bro.
That's crazy.
We got a rappy
Hey.
soon because we've been
fucking digging
going
in. Yeah, that's crazy, bro. But like, this shit that we're like, it's real, son.
Mm-hmm.
It's
and I don't know where it goes from it. You know, I used to get I like was really political online, arguing with people and shit. Especially during COVID, I got kicked off of Facebook. I got kicked off of Facebook. They kicked you off
for how long?
They permanently. They permanently killed my account. My account that had 10 years of memories, friends, and everything. They killed the account for one of two things. I don't know what the exact violation is because they don't tell you. But around the time, I had done two things that were questionable. One thing was I was saying that the COVID was made in a lab.
Which is true.
Right? Which now everybody's pretty common fucking theory. But everybody's like, no, it's not. Or trust the science.
Which is true. But
right?
Okay.
But I was saying that, and I also was saying that I also celebrated former New York City Mayor David Dinkins' death. And I was like, you know, that motherfucker never did anything for New York anyway. Good that he's dead.
Pretty much.
And those are the only two things I did.
Which is a lot of mayors in New York
That's
City.
A stupid fucking joke. It wasn't even fucking serious.
Wow.
But those are the two things that I did at that specific time when my account, not only did they kill my Facebook account, they kicked me off of WhatsApp.
Wow.
I can't have WhatsApp with my phone number. If I try to, they said I can't log on, bro. They banned me from WhatsApp.
You know the kind of shit I get sent?
Yeah, bro. Do you know who uses WhatsApp? Drug dealers, terrorists, and people that fucking send dick pics.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Or people that don't want to use calling cards.
But they banned Vic.
They banned me for talking shit online. But you can organize a fucking terrorist strike on innocent people.
Yeah.
And then you could but they kicked me off of WhatsApp. So, and I'm like permanently shadow banned on Instagram, which is fucking annoying. Well, you know what? I think it's been lifted because, you know, like, you know, when you do those pictures in your story where you could be like, add yours. Mm-hmm. And people be like, show yourself when you were 21. Mm-hmm. And then they add yours and you could put your own picture and it's like part of a trend. Mm-hmm. I couldn't do that feature when it first came out, just wouldn't let me do it. Like I was just banned from adding my own fucking ideas.
That's crazy.
Yeah, man, it's fucking wild. And it's the wild thing is that I'm nobody.
Hey,
it's not like I have 1 million followers. I don't even have 10,000 followers. Like,
yo, but you know what's crazy is that shows they're still watching. You can have 2 followers.
Motherfuckers is on my shit.
They are still watching, motherfucker.
Still watching.
Like, it's crazy when you see like someone with like Steve Jobs cover the camera on his laptop at all times.
Mark Zuckerberg, yep.
Yeah, when you see them do shit like that. Why?
Why? Because they know people could just turn that shit on at any time and listen to what you're doing and shit.
Yeah.
It's wild.
So like you said, like you may not have a lot of followers, but the motherfuckers is watching.
It's crazy. But you know what? So like that, I used to be all into arguing at that, but now I'm just like, you know what? I don't know if you know who Ian Smith is.
No.
Ian Smith Fitness. He is he was a New Jersey gym owner, and he fought the COVID restrictions.
I remember. Okay,
he
so
was
that
those
guy.
guys.
He was
yeah,
that guy. Okay.
They boarded up his fucking
And he
gym.
kept
And
trying
kicked
to
the door down. He
yeah.
kicked the wood down and went back in and stayed open. And they tried to find. They ended up dropping all the fines and everything on him. Yeah,
good for him.
All the stuff that they had did to him, the courts were like, it wasn't fucking right. Like it didn't hold up. And so he had got all that stuff. So anyway, he's he's on Instagram and he's just like, nobody's coming to help you, bro. Nobody's coming to help you. Everybody's worried about Republicans and Democrats, and you support these same psychopaths on both sides of the aisle. No, they're not different. You know, they're all fake conservatives. There's no real conservatives no more. They get in office and they spend just as much money as the Democrats. So how are you conserving anything? What are you conserving? You're conserving nothing. You're conserving your own pockets. And, you know, they grift on people and they, you know, they take all these things and these political talking points, and nobody has any real solutions. All they use it for is to get support and votes and stuff and create arguments and conflicts so that they can do the same thing that both sides are doing, and that's filling their own fucking pockets. Yeah. Right? So he's like, nobody's coming to help you. Yeah. You need to take care of yourself. Yeah. You need to prepare yourself. You need to prepare your mind. You need to prepare your family, because trouble is coming. Yeah. You see all these people loading up. Trouble is coming.
Yeah, and it is. Yeah. Like you were saying, the fact that the dollar is losing even more value.
It's going to crash. It's going to crash. We're going to either lose power. We're either going to lose food supply. We're going to lose water supply. Like, this just dangerous things that could happen. And I don't think most people realize how quick shit can get bad.
But my thing is, like, you know, America, we're not going to go down. We're not just going to go down. We're going to go down like Game of Thrones, Cersei.
Yeah, for sure. That's why the Second Amendment is so important. Yeah. Because if people didn't have guns, they can just do whatever they want to us. Yeah. And people are like, oh, you think your AR-15 is going to fight the government? No, not mine. Ours. Ours. If they got missiles and nukes, what do you... Hey, have you ever heard of Afghanistan? Yeah. Have you heard of the Taliban? Yeah. The Taliban held off the U.S. government for 20 years, and then the government had to leave. And when the government left, the Taliban came out and was like, we're back in charge, bitch. And that's it. Let's get the fuck out of here, bro. Right, plug your shit, man. How can people find you online?
All right, you can find me online on Instagram, Malcolm Easy Lee. So that's EEZYLEE, like Bruce, baby.
Hell yeah, Bruce Lee. You got any shows coming up? Anything popping off?
Not as much. I have a show coming up at Westside Comedy Club in March. It's gonna be one of those showcase shows. Nice. And it's gonna be a taping as well. So definitely come out to that.
Oh yeah. Yeah, hit them up on Instagram so you can get tickets to that. You could follow me, Vic is Funny, IZ Funny on Instagram, or Dojo Door Guy. As always, support our sponsors, the Dojo of Comedy. You could find tickets to all the dope shows we got coming up, tiffscomedy.com. Or you can go to vicisfunny.com for my shows. I got a show I'm hosting here on the 2nd with Mike Finois. I think that's how you say his name. It's Finoia. I hear really good things about him. I also got my show, Dojo Door Guy and Friends, March 21st. get tickets to that. I'm going to be bringing people that just don't normally perform here, and I like to just spread the fucking love around. And the last one was fun. This next one looking to be fun too. Still booking that bitch out. And check out the sponsors, A-Team Pool Tables, NJNYPoolTableService.com. They are the leaders in pool table and billiards service in the tri-state area. If you need your pool table recovered, you need the felt change, your bumpers are not bumping anymore, they'll replace them. Make sure you get people that know what they're doing to do it. Don't try to move that shit on your own, because you will break it, and you're going to have to call them anyway and pay more. So if you're picking up a table, if you're buying a table on Craigslist or Facebook Marketplace and you need somebody to move it, call the A-Team, NJNYPoolTableService.com, and let them take care of you. Tell them Vic sent you. And of course, Combat Sports Fitness in Ridgefield Park, New Jersey, right there on Main Street. They are combat_fitness_. God damn it, if I didn't forget the fucking, it's Combat Fitness. Just look up Combat Fitness. You'll see it's run by boxer Dane Guerrero. Get your personalized boxing lessons, cardio, working out. The summer's coming. You don't want to be down the shore not being able to throw hands, because you will get slapped for a fucking icy. And so make sure you know. You don't want to get bullied for a parking spot in Belmar. It's very emasculating. All right, so make sure you get over there. CFC. Oh, it's Combat Fitness Club. Combat_fitness_club. All right, get and join today. Let them know that I sent you, and they'll take care of you. And as always, thanks for tuning in. I love you.
You're listening to my dad of the Vic Cedeno.